Shalom, TaNaKh wisdom. Wicked, wicked. We had a previous upload in Proverbs 28, verse 4, where those who forsake or abandon or leave the Torah, the instructions, they praise the wicked. Wicked. Rasha, Resh, Shin, Ayin. Remember, Ra is a word for that they translate as evil or dysfunction, Resh, Ayin, and when it's infixed with a Shin, Resh, Shin, Ayin, remember that Shin is a Hebrew letter that has to do with established. So Rasha literally means established breaker, because Ra has to do with breaking something, opposite of something that's functional, operating according to design. So the word wicked, Rasha, means an established breaker, someone who is constantly bringing dysfunction or breaking things that work, whether it's individual relationships or a system, society, right? So also but it says, but those who keep the Torah, the instructions, the teachings, they incite themselves, yit gara, they incite themselves to engage in conflict with them so they can stop breaking things, so that they can stop bringing constant dysfunction wherever or whenever they desire to. So in Proverbs 24, verse 23, it says this. It says, these things belong to the wise. Remember wise, Chachma, acquire and absorb knowledge and incarnate it within your being, right? Knowledge, of course, that comes from the Most High. Wisdom, that's true wisdom. The fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom, right? And so it says, verse 23, it is not functional, the word tov, tau, waw, vet, functional, being purposeful, being healthy, right? It's not functional to show partiality in judgment. It's not functional to recognize faces in judgment. Shafat. We did an upload on that one. Shin, Pei, Tet, which is to set things in order, to bring harmony, right? You know, we've been taught that we're not to judge one another, but 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 15 says, he who is spiritual judges all things, but he himself is rightly judged by no one. If we are spiritual, if we have self-assurance as being sons and daughters of the Most High, we welcome judgment because a man is valued by what others say of them, so that we can correct what is not reflecting the Most High, right? So it says it's not functional to recognize faces in judgment, right? If you're setting things in order to bring harmony, we don't recognize faces. We'll correct anyone, right? And it says in verse 24, he who says to the wicked, those who are established breakers, constantly bringing dysfunction, he who says to the wicked that you are righteous, that you are a tzaddik, or that you are one who satisfies objective justice or right wrongs and make corrections, it says, him the people will curse, and the nations will abhor him. Verse 25, key verse. But those who rebuke them, the wicked, it says, they will have delight. It will be pleasant to them. And a functional blessing will come upon them. And a functional blessing will come upon them. The word bless is barak. Bet, resh, final kaf. I think I have to do an upload on that one. But in this context, it's spurring prosperity will come upon them. And when I do the upload about blessing, we'll get the verb functional root, get the concept of it in full. But in this context, those who rebuke the wicked will have great delight, will have delight, it will be pleasant to them, and functional blessing or spurring prosperity will come upon them. Shalom, TaNaKh wisdom.